History Month and happy belated International Women's Day. I'm your host, Mallory McCoy, and welcome to this week's live stream episode of A Monday Moment with Mal. As always, may this broadcast bring you what you need in the present moment. My love is extended for all who could use a little extra, and may my light exude positivity and kindness. Ashe. Let's seize the moment. First of all, I am incredibly grateful for friendship and partnership. This last weekend, I got to spend some time with my sister Stephanie. We've been rocking for a long time since like 2005, 2006, 2007, something like that. Way back, like four flats on a Cadillac. Anyway, we were able to go this weekend to a cool place in Northtown called Driftwood Ceramics where we made pottery. And when I tell you, I was trying to channel Demi Moore in the scene, like in the movie Ghost. I don't know if you've ever seen it before. It was an early 90s movie. But anyway, I was trying to channel that when I was doing it. But it was so relaxing and it was so calming. And I left wanting to get one of the spinny tables, which I named the throwing table, but I think it's called a wheel throw, whatever. I want to get one of those for myself and to play with pottery. It was just really cool. And the instructor was fantastic. So if you get a chance, check out Driftwood Ceramics. It's in North Kansas City, right, not too far from Chicken and Pickle. In fact, you can see Chicken and Pickle from the door of Driftwood Ceramics. I am also grateful to have attended on Saturday the Lift Her Up event here in Kansas City put on by LaShawn Walker. First of all, LaShawn, thank you so much for creating this space for Black girls, Black young ladies, and Black women to congregate. It's beautiful. Like to be in the space is just it's indescribable with words because it's just such a big feeling. I look forward to this event every year and it always fills my cup. Anywhere that women are gathered, I am there, but there's a particular energy that Black women possess that can't be duplicated. And I just love being in the space. If you can imagine being in a room of 1,100 beautiful and powerful Black women with dripping in accolades and surrounded by the most incredible auras. I mean, even in there, I was wearing pink, but I felt like the yellow Power Ranger, if you know what the yellow Power Ranger was, to the union of people. If you know, you know. Anyway, the hairstyles, the nail colors, the the shoes, the perfume smells. When you hug somebody, you do smell them. And one of my friends walked up, or my associates walked up on me, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, you smell so amazing!" Um, the outfits, baby, is a fashion show. Unmatched, color coordinated from the head to the toe. Um, it was just incredible. And then there's a hug that we do. It's the hug, squeeze tight. It's the side to side with the squill. Like all of us do it. I think it's attached to our DNA. And so certainly got to witness that. And that's incredible to witness. And I wish I had more money, but I got to spend some money at some Black owned women, Black women owned businesses and vendors that were there. I bought a couple of prints, which art prints, which you'll be able to see in my background at some point, by Chrissy Cross, I think, Chrissy Cross Art. I don't have her card up here, but I got some hair oil from, let's see, it's Mahalkita hair, some tea tree and peppermint oil for my locks. I bought a shirt from Christelle Bell. Oh, you can't see it, there's so much light. Christelle Bell, she was a TV personality on Channel 9, I believe. But now she has her own jewelry, books, and apparel and t-shirts because I got one. Hair Love KC is they actually create custom lip color, and I purchased like some smell good stuff because I'm team smell good. So, and it smells fantastic combined with my lotion and stuff like that. And then, Kansas City Candle Company. I also purchased this beautiful smelling candle called Power, which absolutely love. 10 out of 10 recommend. My whole house is smelling like it. So check those businesses out. I'll link them in my blog if you're interested. All great purchases. I most enjoyed, they had like a fireside chat, and a VP of UMB Bank, Shanae Timber, came up and was talking about Black owned businesses, Black women owned businesses, and how investment firms are looking to give money to these businesses and things like that. So I was highly enlightened about business. And as a businesswoman myself, I learned a lot. And the violinist and DJ were just dope. Hands down, though, the highlight of my whole entire morning was seeing one of my choir students. As you know, I conduct a community course, or as you may or may not know, if this is your first time watching, hello everyone. And I stand as the representation for Black women in the space, and it's beautiful for the all the little girls that are there, and everybody else to see me do what I do, to see that it's possible to do what I do. So I know the importance of my role, and in every space that I inhabit I make sure that yeah, I represent and I represent in the best way. So to see her face light up, and to meet her parents, or her mom specifically, and her aunt that was there, and we took a picture together, and it was just fantastic. I'm also grateful for my little family. We went out to lunch today at Jason's Deli, or yesterday, because yes, anyway, we went out to lunch yesterday at Jason's Deli, and a lady stopped me at the salad bar, to say that she loved seeing my family, but she particularly loved watching the interaction between my husband and my son. And I had so many thoughts about that interaction, but I was gracious, and I received her compliment and expressed to her how much I love my little family too. And to be completely transparent, my friends hear me complain about my life, and sometimes it's because I'm human. Well, all the time because I'm human, but they just don't know how spoiled and privileged I am to have a supporting and loving family. And sometimes it's not my family that's the issue. Sometimes it's me that's the issue. So, but here I am being transparent and aware of the areas I need to grow in. So I'm very thankful for my little family today. Now you know I love me a good definition, and I'm team facts over feelings. So let's get into it. So the topic of of my episode today is how to spring clean your life. And so when I went to the dictionary and looked up the definition of spring clean, it literally means to clean all of a place, especially your house, very well, including parts that you do not often clean, or to organize something and get rid of the things that you do not need. So actually it's called spring cleaning, but it has nothing to do with cleaning, but the energy of spring is renewal. So I know where that comes from. Actually, HGTV suggests different spring cleaning tasks like dusting blinds, cleaning fan blades, wiping windowsills, cleaning window screens, washing out the trash cans, steaming the rugs and the couches, decluttering the spaces, vacuuming, clean out the refrigerator, clean out the pantry, etc., etc. And if you just do Google list of spring cleaning checklist, it's going to come up with a whole bunch of tips and a whole bunch of lists for how to spring clean your space. I've personally never used any of them. I just clean what I see, and then when I get the urge to clean, especially around this energy of renewal, this energy of rebirth, as our earth comes back to life, I get the urge to clean, and so I just clean what I see. um yeah, so anyway, sorry, I had a complete brain fart. That happens. um So this week's topic actually goes beyond decluttering closets and scrubbing floors. While it does feel good to spring clean your physical space, true spring cleaning involves refreshing and revitalizing every aspect of your being, especially in this season of renewal and rebirth. One effective way to approach this holistic renewal is by focusing on the 8 dimensions of wellness created by Dr. Peggy Swarbrick. Um, I stumbled upon the 8 dimensions of wellness while searching for a wheel of life coaching exercise when I was in the conference in Denver a couple of weeks ago. And I was like, this is very interesting. Actually, I was already on the same trajectory, how nothing that is created under the sun is new. So I was kind of thinking about this too, but I was glad to have come up on the dimensions of wellness because it actually gave me a footprint of how to go about focusing on the different wellness areas of my life. And so I really needed to see it in order to make sense of it. Quitting my job in May 2022 catapulted me into a space of not only decluttering my physical space, but also decluttering my soul. I felt emotions I never allowed myself to feel, and I got to spend a lot of time in reflection. And because of all of that, I'm a different woman today. And I'm incredibly fortunate to have had the opportunity in multidimensional space to experience myself in and also realize the privilege of me being able to do that. So, the 8 dimensions of wellness are as follows: physical wellness, emotional wellness, social wellness, intellectual wellness, occupational wellness, environmental wellness, financial wellness, and spiritual wellness. It's imperative to balance these energies because they're all interconnected. So, if something drops off, then you're going to overcompensate in another area. So the goal is balance. And so I wanted to offer my suggestions in each area of wellness as to what you can do. So, in regard to physical wellness, this is a focus of the fleshly frame, our souls carry. You can start reviving your physical health at any point in your life by incorporating regular exercise, nourishing foods, and sufficient sleep into your routine. You can consider trying new activities you've never even thought that you'd like to try, like hiking, which I did for the first time with my friend Cosentino. Shout out, Cos, love you. She took me hiking, yoga, pickleball, or any type of running movement activity, roller derby. I have a friend that does roller derby, which I think is really cool, or any type of dancing to rejuvenate your body and invigorate your senses. In fact, one of my other friends, she does Pilates. And so I want to jump into that because I have a goal of being flexible. And I also want to start salsa dancing. All of these things will happen after I get my life together because there's some stuff that needs to happen before then. So, second area of wellness that I'm going to be speaking about is emotional wellness. And to support your emotional wellness, you must develop coping skills by taking stock of your emotions and practicing self awareness. You can release pent up feelings through journaling, therapy, or meditation. It's also imperative to surround yourself with supportive relationships and cultivate gratitude to nurture a positive outlook in life. And for me, I can say with confidence that adopting a gratitude practice each morning has changed my life for the better. I experienced this perfect synchronicity with my surroundings, and it's kind of freaky at times because because I spend so much time in a gracious space, I'll just be thinking about something, and then like I'll meet somebody who is doing the very thing that I'm thinking about, and I'm like, what? Or if I need help with something, then the help will just pop up, and so like the same day. And it was freaking me out for a bit, but now I'm embracing it because it makes me feel so empowered to be able to co-create my reality like that through a vibration of gratitude. Um, so stay gracious, stay gracious. The third area of wellness is social wellness. This refers to building connection, belonging, and developing a superior support system. So this year, every year since I've been teaching in the education field, is big to get a word that you want to focus on for the year. Last year, my word was intentional, and I started like saying when I like, for example, if I would meet with my friends, I would make them understand like it's intentional that I'm meeting with you today, because I wanted all of my actions to be intentional. Well, this year my word is together, and would probably make more sense as connect, but since together's on my vision board, we'll just go with that. And I feel like there's a certain energy of connection that's permeating our all of our paradigms right now. So it's fitting to mention that I've been intentional about connecting. So my word from last year has actually connected with the word from this year. So for you, you can enhance your social wellness as well by strengthening your connections with others. You can achieve this by reaching out to friends and family, planning gatherings, or virtual hangouts to foster a sense of belonging and community, engaging in meaningful conversations and listening attentively to those around you. And I just did a podcast, or I just did a show about relationships and connecting and gaining skills. Um, one of the ways to gain skills to practice it for sure. During the pandemic, my family and I, my siblings and my mom and stepdad connected through an app called House Party. And I went on my phone and it still exists. It was so fun. We played games and we got to converse while we were playing games and compete against each other. So if you're looking for a virtual way to hang out, that's a cool way to hang out. Number four, intellectual wellness. You must be intentional about keeping your mind sharp. So, stimulate your mind by learning something new. Explore topics of interest through books, podcasts, or online courses. Challenge yourself with puzzles or brain games to keep your cognitive skills sharp and adaptable. And I'll tell you, this dissertation has certainly kept my mind stimulated, and I'm looking forward to a well-deserved brain break. I love listening to podcasts though. So I still keep my mind stimulated. And right now I'm actually learning kindergarten curriculum since I'd taken on the task of um, performing a long-term sub for a kindergarten teacher who is on maternity leave. And I taught kindergarten music, but not kindergarten in the classroom. So I am learning all kinds of letter sounds, blends, digraphs, and sentence structures. Are learning how to teach sentence structure on a kindergarten level. It's wild to me. Um, that is true what they say. Like everything we learn in life, we learn in kindergarten, and I'm learning that right now. Number five, occupational wellness. You can optimize your occupational wellness by evaluating your satisfaction and fulfillment in your work and daily activities. Also, seeking opportunities for growth and development, whether through career advancement or personal projects, is crucial to optimizing your occupational wellness. And I would add to that, and even though I I would add to that, just basically like advocate for yourself too in those spaces. If you're doing something, if you're doing the jobs of three people, you should be getting paid the salary of three people. And so advocate for yourself by asking for what you're worth, or putting a value on what you're worth. That's also important too, and that also makes your occupational wellness meter go up. Um, I tell you to strive for a healthy work life balance to prevent burnout and maintain productivity, but most of us don't know what it looks like, including me, or feel like to balance our lives. It's not the what in the situation, it's the how. So if anybody has figured out how to properly balance their lives, please let me know because I'm still struggling in this area. At the beginning of this 2021 2022 school year, I told myself way before Beyonce told us to quit our 9 to 5 would break my soul that I was not going back to teaching after the school year was over. I was no longer occupationally well. I realized again the privilege of this, being able to quit my job because the majority is not able to just quit their job. Fortunately, I had other things to fill the financial void. And although it wasn't like it was when I was teaching, it didn't matter because I was much more happier. I have been much more happier in other wellness areas because I took this step. So, do you, boo boo? Do what's best for you. Also, can y'all please stop asking what I'm going to do after I graduate? Like, I have something in the works, for sure. So you'll have to sit back and watch. Okay. Number 6, environmental wellness. There's been a lot of energy in my life around this wellness area. This deals with your physical environment, reducing your ecological footprint by adopting sustainable practices in your daily life, decluttering and organizing your living spaces to create harmonious environment, and spending time outdoors, connecting with nature, appreciating the beauty of the natural world are all ways to optimize your environmental wellness. I am thankful I found my way back to nature. I'm especially thankful for my Capricorn Virgo sun who loves to be outside. And it actually just heals me to be outside. And so that's why I'm thankful for that. Number 7, financial wellness. This is an area that obviously deals with finances, but it's important. You can take control of your finances by setting clear financial goals, creating a budget, reviewing your spending habits, and identifying areas where you can save or invest wisely. Also, you can prioritize financial stability by planning for future needs to alleviate stress and uncertainty. I'll be transparent again. This is a major area of struggle in my life. But this year, I am focused I'm committed to focusing more energy on being disciplined, but really it's the vacations for me. Like I have to go on vacation. I have to change my scenery. And also I'm a consumer. I buy too many things. And sometimes I look around, I'm like, what did I even need this for? And I'm struggling with that. It's really a spiritual deficit that I must heal in order to have financial wellness. I'm fighting my astrological programming too. As a Leo Sagittarius, we just live this very extravagant big life. And so I being baby, I was born this way, but oof, it's a struggle. And lastly, an area that I'm most interested in at this point and interested in helping others enhance is spiritual wellness, because really everywhere you go you take your spirit with you. We focus a lot of energy on what we do and not enough energy on who we are. And so and who we are is the only thing that we can take with us. We can't take what we do with us. We can't take any of these material things that we have with us. And so it's important to be uh, spiritually well. And so you can do yourself a solid in this area by nurturing your inner peace and spiritual connection through introspection and reflection. I spoke about this before, but it's worth mentioning again because it was life altering for me. I listened to a lot of relationship podcasts, and one of my favorites is Ayanla Van Zant's The R Spot, and she did a couple of episodes on self-worth right after interviewing Jada Pinkett Smith for her book Worthy. And in one episode she encouraged a caller to write 40 I am statements about herself each day for 40 days. You can believe some of them to be true of or not, the statements, but the ones that are not are the ones that you want to be true about yourself. I did this practice for 52 days in total, and in the beginning I was having to look up I am statements about that I wanted to be about myself. And by the end of the 52 days. I was looking to see if they were nearby. I thought I saw them on the floor somewhere. Anyway, I did it in another. I showed you in a. I showed my audience in another video. I'll have to go back and look. But anyway, after these 52 days, the statements were flowing so heavily that I was running out of space on the paper. So I think it's a worthy exercise for you to try out. You can also enhance your spiritual wellness by exploring different belief systems or practices that resonate with your values and beliefs. People struggle with going beyond what they've been indoctrinated to believe, but as one who spiritually explored past what I was indoctrinated to believe, there is peace on this side of enlightenment about life that was worth the journey. Lastly, cultivating mindfulness and embracing moments of stillness will assist you to find clarity and purpose in your life. I have never known how to truly get quiet and still. My brain's always like, pew, pew, pew. I was the student in school that received straight A's, and then my teachers always put in the comments, talks too much. Raise your hand if that's you. Pick me. So even now, when I need to be still to find clarity in my life, I go running, or I'm always in active meditation. I'm always doing something. I ride in the car with no music. And really, that's where I get my best ideas. And so take time to process your life. It certainly has helped me too. It's been life changing. So, my call to action for you this week is to reflect on each wellness area of your life and create an action plan to balance each area. Ask yourself questions like, where are my strengths? What are my needs? Do I have what I already need? What do I need to remove in order to create a balance? So I would go through all of those spaces of wellness and ask yourself those questions. Also, Dr. Swarwick's A Journey to Wellness Guide, which I actually linked in my blog, so you have to go check it out, encourages us to take 4 simple actions every day to enhance our wellness areas. And the actions are connecting with others, taking time from your day to unplug from all things and just breathe, getting a good night's sleep, and doing good for yourself and others. So, my hope for you is to embark on a comprehensive journey of transformation this spring. Remember that progress may be gradual, but every small step that you take brings you closer to a more vibrant and fulfilling life. So embrace the opportunity for renewal and growth, and let this season of rebirth inspire you to blossom into the very best version of yourself. And to wrap up this episode, I will leave you with 2 quotes and several affirmations. So, quote number 1: to get rich, never risk your health, for it is the truth that health is the wealth of wealth. I always hear health is wealth, but I've never heard health is the wealth of wealth. And I love that. Richard Baker, thank you so much for that. And then the next quote is, if you don't make time for your wellness, you'll be forced to make time for your illness. Read that again. And no one knows who said it. Internet doesn't know who said that, but so true. You can choose. I've been seeing this thing that float around. Choose your hard. Wellness is hard, but illness is harder. So choose your hard. And then affirmations for this week. I will make wellness a priority by taking one positive action today. I will do something today that my future self will thank me for. I will connect with one person who supports my wellness. I will pause in the moment to breathe in and breathe out. Oh, I needed that. I will do one thing to help me get good quality sleep. And I will do something for someone without expecting anything in return. That's the most important one. And that's it for me this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Next week, I will be doing a show entitled "Healing Hurts," and that will be dedicated to the spiritual presence of my Aunt Kathy and her husband, who both were senselessly murdered in their home. Almost a year to this month. It'll be a year and 10 days. So. Well, until then, love and peace to all of you, and have the very best week.